Salutations everyone, this is Razor bringing you guys another Marvel Rivals video where today we're going to be talking about Invisible Woman. Yeah, she's cracked. She's absolutely cracked. She's a fantastic support. I mean, when we first saw what her kit was, you know, all in the descriptions, it was like, okay, she can do a lot of things. It all matters, like, what's the numbers, how does she feel, right? Can she do enough healing to, you know, compete with Mantis and Luna, and Adam Warlock and Loki, and Rocket and Jeff? Is she stepping on anybody's toes? Does she do someone's job better? Does she do someone's job but worse? There's no reason to pick her. You know, can she do damage enough to, you know, be viable in some matchups or, you know, helping out in the fight? Or is she going to focus on heals? Is her heals not good enough? How's her ult going to be? The answer to all of those is yes, it's good. All of it's good. Her whole kit is good, and she can do a lot of things. She can do a lot, and you utilize all of her kit, which is fantastic. She's not going to be the best at pure healing or the best at pure getting kills, but like most supports, she's really good at doing both. You know, just like Luna or Mantis, or, you know, if you're a good Loki or your teammates know how to play with a Loki, you're going to do the most healing and out KO most of the DPS in the lobby. And it's going to be a pretty consistent time for you in doing such. So her heals and her damage are the primary fire, obviously. So it's all one button, so that kind of keeps things really nice and simple. Her healing isn't cooldown dependent, but she does have healing cooldowns with the shield, which is fantastic in that you put it on somebody where they are. So if it's on a flying enemy, boom, you have an easy pocket for your Storm, for your Iron Man, or for somebody up on a ledge, you know, a sniper character, say, that you just want to protect them while you heal up your tank or your dive character going in or what have you, or maybe you want to go ahead and kill something, but you're still getting heals out. That's fantastic in what that can do, and it's an AoE heal too, and it's really great utilization. As you can see with her ult, it definitely competes with the other support ultimates and has its own unique thing in that it makes you and your team invisible while you're in there. From the outside, you cannot be seen or targeted by ultimates. So once you hear legendary, you pop that thing, he's not hitting anything because he has to be able to target somebody to hit with that ultimate. And if they're all inside of your ult, then they're not getting targeted. So that's a nice little thing that like other supports ultimates cannot do. And also, if they're like a team fight or something, say like, oh, you know, Groot throws down his ult and he catches a couple of your people. So you throw down your ult to try to heal them and make sure that the enemy team that's kind of further away doesn't help kill whatever Groot got weakened. Also, the enemy team can't see the Groot. So like they can't heal their Groot because they can't be seen either. So not only can your team not be seen by the enemy, but the enemy can't see their own teammates if they're also in there as well. So that's really good. I love the little psionic ball of chaos. It does a tiny bit of CC, but it's easy to get out of, but it does do an initial little pull and just ticking away. It's really great for just you know, punishing people that have to be in a location. You know, they want to, you know, trigger overtime, or, you know, keep the overtime clock going, or, you know, be on that payload, or go on one of your teammates that are really weak. And it's like, hey, if you're going to want to finish them off, you're going to have to be able to take all this damage while I'm healing the person that's weak. So that's fantastic. And I think the most fun part about her kit is her little push-pull force field there thing. It's really cool that you can choose to push or pull, so you can get environmental KOs by pushing somebody off, or if you're like, you know, in between a gap, you can pull them into the gap like we do see on some maps. And as well as like if they're trying to retreat, you pull them away, boom, your teammates finish them off, and that's fantastic. There's not a lot of things that can kind of help you stop somebody that's running away, especially when they're more annoying characters that try to run away, like a Rocket who's got, you know, a couple of dashes and the wall climb, and it could be difficult to, you know, finish him off, where Spider-Man's gonna swing away, That nice little pole is going to be easier to hit than some other CCs. Like Mantis's CC is pretty easy to, get away from, and Luna's CC is a projectile, not a hit scan. And so that's going to be a little bit harder to hit. But this pole is, it's a tight AoE, but at the very least you don't have to be as accurate, and you can be use it a little bit more reflexively than you can with some of the other CCs from the support line. So everything about Invisible Woman's kit is great. She can deal some damage. For those who don't know, her primary fire is a little force field that she shoots out and comes back to her. So think of it kind of like as a boomerang. Visually, it doesn't like super duper come out to look that way. But if you can get an enemy at the right distance, you're going to hit them twice. Once going past them and then coming back. So if you can get them in that niche little special range of 8-10 meters, whatever it might be, you can do some pretty decent, surprising damage to them at the start of an engagement, or to finish them off when they think they can get you. And you have the double jump that puts you into the invisibility state, which is fantastic for getting away, for not being able to be targeted for that brief amount of time. And you can combine it with your ult, right? Someone comes on you, or you're on the objective, you're vulnerable, maybe you're alone, or you only have one teammate, so you pop the ultimate, they're trying to chase you down or something, and then you double jump out of the ultimate. They think you're in the ult, they're looking for you, meanwhile you're outside the ult, invisible, so even if they have another teammate that's outside that ultimate, you're still invisible to them. So as you can see, double jump. This Punisher has no idea that I'm about to jump on him with all the damage of the Invisible Woman. And sure, he's got his own little smoke and things and abilities to get away, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Sue's going to get it done and show Frank who is boss. So just see a little AoE there. I take everyone down to below, buy my teammates a little bit of time, and be able to heal up the Squirrel Girl. She pops her ult, get our Strange up, and we get the Shang-Chi as he's starting his ultimate, and then we get Bruce Banner after we take care of the Hulk. So it's great. She can do it all. You can plug and play her anywhere. She's good on any map with any team comp. She can hold her own. She can win a cheeky bit of duels, do a little bit of CC, and it's not just a stun. You can push them away. You can pull them towards you, towards your teammates, into a gap. It's fantastic. She's typically going to do some of the most healing in the game. I mean, every time I played her, she does the most healing. I've had teammates play her, and they have a large gap of healing. And while she's not going to do as much damage or get as much kills as, say, a good Luna or a good Mantis or maybe a good Loki, she's still going to get more kills than Rocket. She's going to get more kills than Jeff and get more kills than most DPS players, because they're just going to underestimate her. And, we all know how certain people play the game. But it's if you need heals, she's got you. You need some utility, she's got you. You need a good ult, she's got you. She's just a strong character through and through. I'm not going to speculate if she's going to get nerfed or not. I know a lot of people are complaining how strong the supports are. It's really funny how every game is great when DPS are good, but the second that a non-DPS role is good, all of a sudden it's a problem, right? It's an issue. And of course, Marvel Rivals is not going to be immune from that. But Invisible Woman, she's fantastic. There's no weak part about her kit. There's no cooldown that is like super niche or anything. You just gotta play her at the right distance, just like all your other supports. She's gonna give you enough healing. She's gonna be able to pocket with that shield, do that AoE heal, do the AoE damage, even though it's not a ton. It can be enough. Just a little bit of CC can be enough to help out your teammate, to protect yourself from a duel. You drop the shield, you heal yourself, you do the damage, you double jump out and you're invisible, and boom, you're not going to be as vulnerable as an Adam Warlock or as a Mantis or a Luna that don't have that cooldown that they have to rely on. That's easy to see when they use. People aren't keeping track of Invisible Woman's double jump and what cooldown is on that, and you can do some cool flanky stuff with it as well. But obviously, you don't want to do that too much. You're going to want to help and heal your team and be the MVP you were born to be. So the final score here, 20-2. I got more kills than all of their tanks and all of their DPS put combined, because that's just what we do, and the most heals by a ton out of the entire lobby. So whatever any other support has been able to do in this game, Invisible Woman can do it as well, and do a little bit more in certain cases. And she's a lot of fun to use as well. So highly recommend it. You can play her anywhere. She doesn't take a lot of time to learn. You just need to learn that distance, when to, cycle your cooldowns, find a good person to heal on a flanking side with your shield or something like that, and use that ult to counter big things that they have, especially when it comes to targeting.